All right. Hello. Welcome back to another round of or another day, I guess, of Collegiate Esports. We're here seeing Northern Illinois University versus University of Toledo. My name is Nick. I'll be one caster.
And my name is Jake Fergot, also known as I Forgot.
But you are not going to forget this amazing match that's going to happen today.
Oh, of course, I'm not gonna forget this immense dub that we're gonna see here from NIU tonight.
Oh yeah.
We're here starting on Busan. Already jumping into the match. No pregame lobby for you, unfortunately, tonight. Starting out here on Mecha Base. Both teams looking to run the Reinhardt composition, rush style, the old tried and true, the bread and butter of most teams here. And yeah, well, here we go. We're throwing right into the game.
Yeah.
Spawn gates are open.
I will say, you see that Reaper May comp coming out, and NIU seems to love that comp.
Oh, of course, they love this DPS duo along with the Reinhardt composition. They're gonna find Momo and Street Rat right off the bat here, pushing all the way into their spawn. Oh, they have no fear. Plenty Waves and Tokotoro just running it down on the whole team of Toledo. That's a clean team fight win here for NIU. They came out swinging. Actually, Plenty Waves literally came out swinging that hammer. And first cap is going to go to NIU with Eloisi on the Lucio.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even get point. They're fighting. Well, they just got 0.3% right now.
Yeah, these May walls from Austin just coming out and finding so much value, catching out like 1 to 2 players every single time from Toledo, not giving them a chance to take a fight. It's already a second fight win here for NIU. They're already looking at ultimates. They have almost all their ultimates online. Both tank ultimates are close to being online here. And
Here comes Batball.
Jelly Ghost. However, Panda Hands coming out here with an answer. Gonna find the immort of Jelly Ghost, unfortunately.
Ooh, you see Austin gets a kill with the freeze. You don't see that every day. Just no icicle spikes needed. Big fat wall in their face. Oh no.
Yeah, and it looks like just the support wasn't there for Momo to keep him up. With Zorg going for the res on the other support of Toledo. Just no supports available at the time that Momo falls.
Yeah, it seems NIU is just doing a stellar job just holding this high ground right now. And Toledo can't really seem to push past it. But it does seem NIU sees them going far. Going above the point.
Yeah, Toledo knowing that they can't take the fight up there anymore. They're going to try to at least make it to point and rotate around, force NIU to run into them. And Tokotoro with the death blast, putting so much pressure on Toledo that Plenty Waves is able to find 2 with the fire strike.
Tokotoro, oh my god.
Team wipe.
Out for blood today.
Yeah, just Plenty Waves and Tokotoro just showing no fear to the face of Toledo, just running it into them, mowing them down, not giving them any chance to fight here. Ice Wall gonna come out from Austin, and a huge Blizzard hoping to catch out the rest of Toledo, forcing Momo to charge forward, leaving his team out to dry. Detox with the bomb, coming out just to zone out the rest of the point, and no one's gonna be able to touch on the side of Toledo, and that's gonna be round 1 taken by NIU, 100-0.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an NIU fan, that was just exciting to watch. I mean, that was just clean. They held high ground. They did their job well. And I don't know what else to say except, you know, you see that May Reaper, and when that works out for NIU, it is just crazy good, crazy fun to watch.
Oh, of course. You couldn't ask for a better opening here on Busan for NIU. Mecha Base being probably the strongest map here, the strongest stage here to run that brawl composition. You know, NIU's bread and butter composition. So they really came out swinging that first round. They're going to switch up the comp here to a classic dive composition with Winston Diva here on downtown. Not going to see too many changes here from the side of Toledo, except for the DPS. However, Jai Hypen gonna find picks onto the supports of NIU right away. However, looks like NIU is finding more picks than Toledo can.
Yeah, I mean, NIU was aggressive there. They just ran right into that little a little choke over there, and they just. I mean, I don't know what over there means, but.
Tanks on the side of Toledo just didn't seem ready for that. Maybe even the supports weren't ready to heal up the tanks and fight back, but Jai Hypen still hitting his shots on the Widow, still like showing that he is a force to be reckoned with here. And now you really has to show some respect onto this Widow on the side of Toledo. Take a very aggressive angle, trying to find the tanks of NIU. Austin gonna find 2 picks, however, forcing Toledo back off point. Diva Mech's gonna go down. That's gonna be a clean fight win from NIU. Jai Hypen finding Jelly Ghost though as a fadeaway pick. Oh, Detox didn't see him.
The Widow is just sitting around the corner. 2 friends.
This building here.
Oh.
Ooh.
Friendship was ruined by the other diva. Yeah, you see both teams just trying to find an opening, trying to get an early pick here. You know. Toledo does have the Widow in the back.
The Reinhardt of Toledo wants to push in from this left side, but you kind of have the team split right now. They're not ready for a full commitment, and Momo, his shield's already gonna fall. They can't even push in yet. And Austy's tac visor is going to be used, trying to find the picks on the side of Toledo. However, Momo's there to help protect his team. Now they're ready to full send it in. Nano's going to go out into Plenty Waves, but Zorg is there to respond with a Coalescence. Both support ultimates here being used on the side of Toledo. Plenty Waves with a massive flux, dishing out so much damage on the side of Toledo.
The high noon catches the Moira from Toro taking down the Rhine.
So many angles being taken here on this onto Toledo. They just don't know what to do. And that's going to be it. Another round 1 for NIU, 100-0 here on downtown, and they're going to take map 1 on Busan.
Yeah, I mean that was clean all around. You know, I do want to give special shout outs to Toko Toro there, because first round Reaper, he was unstoppable. Alright, the Meg would just go in there, just kind of sneeze on everyone, freeze them.
Yeah,
like right here.
Overwhelming amounts of aggression here shown from NIU. Not really giving any room to work with for Toledo. NIU really showing and setting the tempo against Toledo here. I really don't even think they had a chance to fight back on that second round. They only really took maybe 2 or 3 team fights for that entire round, just things being played very slow here because NIU's just showing overwhelming aggression onto them and finding these pickoffs and these staggers, just not giving them a chance to take a full team fight.
Yeah, I mean, and especially when NIU is running that brawl comp, you know, that's their bread and butter. Like at the end of the day, you know, grass grows, birds fly, and NIU does run a very mean brawl comp. Because you have the Reinhardt, you have the Reinhardt just kind of front lining, you got the Diva kind of poking from the sides, and you always have that Austin May and Toko Toro Reaper just going in there and just wiping the floor with whatever they can get.
Yeah, it's really dictated by whoever is on the side of NIU playing the Lucio. For today, it's a Loisi on the Lucio. Having these great speed engages and just Plenty Waves and Toko Toro teaming up together, that synergy, that tank DPS synergy of showing no fear, full confidence sending into the team of Toledo.
Mm-hmm. And
map 2, we're going to be heading here to Junkertown. Looks like maybe Toledo found NIU's strength in playing Brawl, because if you're going to play Brawl on any map, it's definitely not this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. I don't think we've seen many Junkertowns in this whole league even. You know.
Yeah, I don't think we've been taking the Junkertown yet. Not really a fan favorite among most players that I know. However, Toledo being the odd ones out, saying, yeah, this is our map. Yeah, we like Junkertown. And I mean, who knows? Maybe this is their map. Looks like both teams looking to run a double shield comp with that old Orisa Sigma. Everyone loves double shield. such exciting gameplay about to be shown out here from both teams.
I mean, we don't really see NIU running too much of this double shield. You know, they usually stick to that brawl comp. They always have a Reinhardt Winston, from what it seems to be. But now we got the Orisa Sigma. So this is gonna be an interesting round.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see some improvements on NIU's double shield comp. I know they didn't really feel comfortable enough playing it, and they've been playing into it a lot recently. And I hope they've maybe picked up a few tips from some of these other teams that have been playing it against them, while they've been usually just sticking to the rush comp. Ooh, Detox gonna find Screet Rat right off the bat. No res is gonna be seen here from Toledo. No supports on the side of Toledo. It's just all of the players gonna fall.
Team kill right off the bat from NIU. Just clean push.
Clean team wipe here from NIU. Just completely hustled in the neutral. Keeping this cart rolling. And Toledo's gonna say, yeah, we're not gonna play Orisa anymore. We're playing this Reinhardt. No more Orisa. Classic, well, not classic, but the rush comp, more of a brawl comp, gonna try to be shown here from the side of Toledo. Ludi getting in the face of Pliny Waves, just trying to take as much space as he can, not letting this cart roll into first point. And the Bob is gonna come out from Toko Toro already. Slowly finding picks onto the side of Toledo, and that's gonna be another team fight one here from NIU.
That was just incredibly clean. I mean, Toledo did stop the cart from moving near the end, but NIU is just a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, they're just bunkering down, taking these off angles, just trying to poke in, deal out as much damage onto Toledo from as many different angles, giving this Reinhardt a tough decision to work with who he needs to be targeting here. Looks like he's gonna already jump off and play on the low ground. He just wants to get in there and fight. He's showing a lot of aggression from here from the side of Toledo. This is what you want to see when you're playing this Reinhardt competition. However, Detox.
Oh, the dragon combo.
Right into the dragon of Osti.
The poor little Reinhardt, and there he goes. NIU just cleaning out the cart. Yet again. He's been on a roll today.
Yeah, like you're seeing a lot of aggression here from Momo, the Reinhardt of Toledo. And like, he's got the right idea. I just don't think his team's ready up to follow up with him.
Yeah, will Toledo contest this cart? We'll see.
Looks like Giant Hype is going to already fall to Toko Toro. And a huge shatter block here from Detox, of all players. Toledo just completely split, leaving only 2 players on the cart now. The Bongo's going to come out from Pliny Waves, and that's another quick fight one from NIU.
NIU just on cleanup duty here. This is the final area.
Yeah, the Junker train has not stopped here, with NIU rolling into third point with 5 minutes left on the clock. And still more ultimates to work with, while Toledo trying to commit these ultimates, but not really finding as much value as they'd like with them. However, they have Ludi coming in here with the Gravitic Flux. This could be a game changer here. They could find their footing here.
It seems both teams haven't really found a pick yet. They're just kind of picking away each other. Hanzo's using his recon arrows.
Oh, and Toko Toro with a nasty off angle. However, he's going to fall to Jai Hyphen's May. He's able to find that first pick off, and at least he got the Bob off before he fell.
Yeah, Bob might be the MVP. He's putting in work here.
Yeah, classic tag team of Ash and Bob. Ash being tagged out back to spawn, but Bob gonna clean up what she started. Another fight win here from NIU, and Ludi just not able to find the room to work with this Gravitic Flux. We're nearing
the Detox coming out from the corner.
Detox, super aggressive Flux, trying to just dish out as much damage. And Ludi, that Gravitic Flux that we've been waiting on, he's gonna fall to the Dragon of Osti. Just classic grab dragon combo coming out here on the side of NIU.
NIU, they came in strong, fell a little bit in the middle, but they're still going here. Mercy
Toro
trying.
just completely fragging on the Ashe here. Super aggressive, most aggressive Ashe I've ever seen. And this is why they've been able to find these picks so quickly. He's been just instantly going straight for these off angles, going for flanks on Ashe with the help of Hayes on this Mercy, just dealing so much damage to the side of Toledo.
Yeah, this is like old school Overwatch. This is just a brawl, both sides at each other's throats.
Bob,
no idea what's going on
here from Tokotoro, gonna catch the off angle, being in the back line of Toledo, leaving Momo as the only player alive left, and the cart's gonna roll into third with 2 minutes and 54 seconds, excuse me, on the clock here for the side of NIU.
And that was
man, NIU just showing no mercy against Toledo.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a sensory overload for me at the end there. It was just classic Overwatch days with both teams just kind of going at it, both sides. Oh, beautiful, though. Great effort from Toledo. NIU just too strong.
Yeah, like Toledo definitely does have the right idea here for trying to run it into the tanks. They're trying to close that gap as soon as possible so they could get as much value from this Reinhardt. They don't want to be taking poke by the time they get into the team having no shield. So they're playing it right. However, it's just Tokotoro on this Ashe just being an absolute menace with the help of Hayes. Just sending himself straight into the back line of Toledo and finding these crazy off angles and crazy flanks and being able to find pickoffs on the squishies of Toledo. So they run into this fight already at a disadvantage.
Yeah, it seems they're gonna hold the high ground here. Tokotoro getting ready with a little preparation dance. Damage boosted dance. Maybe that's the meta. Was that a good joke? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean,
I don't know.
He's doing his ritual dance, his 100% accuracy dance. His chakras are aligned.
That's true.
The stars and the planets and the moon's astral alignment.
Sitting behind those double shields.
Can hit his shot tonight.
Yeah, both teams just kind of sitting high ground poking at each other. It seems Toledo does drop on the card right now.
Yeah, looks like Toledo want to play the more standard Reinhardt Zarya composition. They're not going to see Ludi on the Sigma anymore. He's going to stick with the Zarya here. Trying to get charged up. However, it doesn't really look like he's at a decent amount of charge right now. Just not really finding the angles to dish out that damage to start getting that grab going.
Yeah, I mean, look at Tokotoro already put Bob.
Off angle. The Detox with the flux. Super quick flux here to see from a Sigma.
Oh, the May just can't escape Tokotoro. Just getting up in her face.
Ground while Toledo figure out that they want to rush plenty waves on this Orisa, and Detox just able to have this amazing off angle from the high ground into the back of Toledo, with Austie on the Hanzo right under him. Just too much damage to deal with from too many different angles onto Toledo.
Yeah, it seems Toledo's going far left side. Interesting push from them.
However, the supports of Toledo have been doing a tremendous job keeping their team alive. They have both ultimates online already. However, you can't out-heal the window of Jelly Ghost, and Toledo's just going to get mowed down.
Yeah, I mean, Jelly Ghost right there, just pumped out heals for her team. Lots of damage. Got some picks, too, through that wall. A lot of value.
She knew that with this Reinhardt composition, that Toledo were at a point of no return, and she's like, yeah, they don't know I have window. Window goes down, and Toledo just left out into the open. They don't know where to go. Austie with the...
Getting both supports with one dragon.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Catching Toledo off guard. They weren't ready for that one.
You saw how smooth that was? You got two of the supports. Panda Hands just jumped in and Austin just denied him like a sad prom date.
Yeah, just the tempo is obviously being controlled here by NIU. And they just want to force out Tokotoro. They're like, man, I'm sick of you being on the sides of us and poking away. However, Giant Hyphen trying to turn this fight around with the Blizzard. However, the Bongo from Plenty Waves is just going to give NIU an overwhelming amount of damage for Toledo to handle.
And right now, Toledo does have 1 minute left. They could still push it, but things aren't looking too good.
Yeah, unfortunately for Toledo, things aren't looking too good. Ludi just struggling to find value with the Zarya with these fights ending so quickly. He's not able to really charge up this grab here. Hopefully we'll be able to see it for this last fight from him here. I totally get it. It's hard. It's hard. Like, Toledo, I'm going to give Toledo credit where credit is due. I don't want to be biased here on the cast. They are engaging super well. They are forcing out the players that they need to force out. However, NIU is just doing a great job of out-rotating them and not giving this Reinhardt any room to work with.
NIU, great hold there. Toledo getting picked one by one. 1 minute left. Can she do it?
Ice Block's gonna come out and she's gonna be surrounded.
She's still going, to her credit.
Bob's gonna come out from NIU, making sure to secure the deal, seal the deal, and that's gonna be map 2 going to NIU here on Junkertown.
Yeah, I mean, that was just another clean game from NIU. I mean, they did struggle a little at the end, but, well, not at this round, the first round. The middle of that, like, Junkertown arena, whatever you want to call it. There was a little bit of fight from Toledo, but this round was just clean.
Yeah, third point on payload maps are always pretty difficult to take. I'll give them that. But I think they handled it well. And I still want to give credit to Toledo. Toledo did put up a really good fight there, and they were trying their hardest with this rush comp. But like I said, going into this map, it's not really the map you want to be playing rush on, especially playing into double shield where you're taking so much poke before you can even get close enough to brawl out.
Yeah, I mean, NIU just outstanding job from everybody. You know, Jelly Ghost is up there putting up walls. It was Eloise just speeding their entire team around. Tanks were tanking, DPS were DPSing. Everyone did their job there. It wasn't NIU's usual brawl comp, you know, and you can't really run that in Junkertown. So it's really nice to see NIU just kind of run this new composition and just do so well on it.
Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air. Like, we know NIU's good on the brawl comp. We know Plenty Waves is a complete beast on the Reinhardt, but it's really nice to see them able to bust out this double shield comp that they've been struggling to play into these past few weeks, and now they're showing success on this comp. It seems like that they've learned from what they've played into from these past few weeks of Esports Collegiate, and just great ult rotations all around from the side of NIU too. Just the gravitic flux into the dragon from Austie, being able to deal out so much damage and finding most of the team onto the side of Toledo. Jelly Ghost throwing up her window so then Plenty Waves can build up his supercharger, and then Plenty Waves throws out his supercharger so Jelly Ghost can build up her window, and just great ult rotations, great ult cycling all around from NIU. Just all around fantastic work with the double shield comp.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. You said it all pretty well right there. Just another fantastic game for the NIU team.
Looks like Toledo's talking strats probably to see what they want to play here for this hybrid map that we're going to be going into for map 3. They're up against the wall here. They're down 2-0, so they want to make sure that they pick the right hybrid map and that they're going to be ready to play against NIU so they can maybe turn this series around.
Yeah, I mean, they're really going to be looking for the next best solution, because right now NIU is just, they seem unstoppable currently.
Yeah, just massive amounts of confidence coming out from NIU. Just quick plays, quick decisions being made, and the team is so well meshed together that they're all able to act on top of each other and just constantly control the tempo here into Toledo and not giving Toledo even a chance to react to the plays that NIU are making. By the time one fight's over, NIU's already set up for the next, and they already know what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. No, I am curious to see where this final game will take place.
Yeah,
Because
I think Toledo have seen, they're like, all right, NIU's good at this rush comp as we saw on Mecha Base.
mhm.
They're good at the double shield comp as we saw here on Junkertown. And they're good on the dive comp as we saw in downtown of Busan. They're just looking at NIU. They see that they're very flexible in their team compositions, and they're probably trying to figure out what they think NIU wants to play, and they want to try to find some sort of hole in NIU, because NIU's looking great tonight, but I'm going to be honest, no team is perfect ever. There's always room for improvement, so Toledo just trying to talk it out as a team, trying to figure out what they can exploit on the side of NIU to hopefully turn this series around going into map 3.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Toledo can do, but you know, if I could throw in a wish, I wish I saw some Junkrat. You know, I may be a little biased here as a Junk main, but I just want to see Junkrat, man. I don't care if it's NIU, I don't care if it's Toledo. I just want to see my boy in there.
Listen, I know I graduated from NIU, proud NIU alum, proud
Mm-hmm.
former NIU Overwatch player, but I gotta believe in Toledo here a little bit. I don't like seeing teams get rolled. I like seeing some good classic Overwatch. I like a good comeback story. Of course, I want NIU to win in the end, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I want Toledo to put up a little bit more fight. I want to see a little bit more fight from Toledo here.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just like have NIU back down or anything, but I do think some fight would be nice because like most of these games have been pretty clean, like a clean sweep. I don't think we've had a game where it's like 2-2, like like a nail biter or anything like that.
At least not yet in this season.
Oh
And
yeah, not yet.
it seems like around the
Yeah.
entire conference of Esports Collegiate that not really many teams are finding any close games. There hasn't really been too many map 5 games. Most of them have just been either you will 3-0 the team you're playing against or you get 3-0'd. Which, of course, isn't the best Overwatch that you want to be seeing. But, I mean, it is how it is.
Yeah, it does look like we're gonna get new Bonnie here. So I am curious if we're gonna see some of that Plenty Waves Reinhardt and some of that Detox Diva, because I think on defense that's a pretty good comp, right?
You can make the Reinhardt work on defense. Nambani is usually notorious for also being very anti-rush, anti-Reinhardt, especially on attack. That first point is so hard to attack with Reinhardt. There's only 2 ways you can really go with the Reinhardt. I don't know, maybe Toledo wants to try this double shield comp out again, see what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start out here on attack, however, and NIU is going to start out on defense. So NIU has to set the bar here for what they have to attack to. We're also going to see a role swap here from Toledo. I don't think we've seen anything like that from any team that we've seen play against NIU so far in the Esports Collegiate Conference. We're going to have Ludi switch off of off-tank and go to support, and Screet Rat switch off of the main support and go to tank. I guess off-tank, unless if they decide to switch around sub-roles as well. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure what's going on in the chat right now with Huskies eating rockets, but I'm excited to see another round.
I think some just friendly banter going on here in the chat. Talking about who would win, Husky or a Rocket, with Toledo being known as the Rockets. That is their mascot.
Yep. There's Toro's Snapchat right there. If people in the audience want it. He did just leak it.
Oh, I already know I have Tokotora on speed dial on Snapchat.
Oh, me too.
Looks like Toledo's wants to roll out here with the dive comp. We haven't seen the dive comp here from them yet, so this is gonna be interesting. I actually really like this. I like that Toledo is trying to play different comps into NIU. We saw a lot of brawl from them going into that first point. We saw a little bit of double shield onto that second map. However, first fight's already gonna break out here, and Austin just beaming down Panda Hands on the Doomfist. Toledo not ready for that one. The help of Hazed and the damage boost, Austin is just able to find these kills way quicker than Toledo was expecting.
And NIU just kind of posted on point, hanging out like a little, just kind of camping. There comes Toledo.
I really like the split team composition here from NIU. The Winston Sigma is kind of weird. You don't see that every day, but I could get behind it. And Toko Toro sitting on this back high ground with Jelly Ghost.
Toko Toro, oh my god. I think the turret's the MVP.
Oh,
I mean, oh my.
MVP, the 7th man of the team. Just being able to dish out that extra damage for Toko Toro to help keep Jelly Ghost alive. Making Jelly Ghost a non-diveable target here. Detox also there to help heal from. Just this is what you want to see. They're running this half dive comp with plenty waves, going in with these light dives, being able to still be healed by Jelly Ghost, and just try to split up the side of Toledo while there's so much damage being dished out by Toko Toro from a distance and Austin.
It seems to go on high ground. They really want Toko Toro off there.
Yeah, this is the right idea. This is the right play if you're Toledo. You want to see this. You're like, man, this Torb's annoying. This is the route you want to take. You want to force this NIU comp that's all split up. You want to force them together because you want to be able to brawl into their entire team and get as much cleave damage as you can with Reinhardt. However, Zorg just being staggered out by Toko Toro even more. Toko Toro knows that they're coming in from the underside of left.
And it seems Toledo there just
fight win from NIU.
And this looks like
gonna fly off the map to reset faster with their team.
See Toko Toro going up top. He drops his turret down. Is he? Oh no, it's already down. My bad. There he is, our little hero.
Yeah, just NIU having a high burst damage composition here. They're not really having to force in too many ultimates. Nano Engage is going to come out from Jelly Ghost, finding 2 instantly. The BAP window from Zorg is going to come down, but however,
plenty waves. Plenty waves.
Not there for the window. Plenty waves is in your backline. He's snapping away at your team. It's not, you can't get used to that window when you have a big old monkey electrocuting you in your backline.
Yeah, he just looked unstoppable there. I mean, just kind of pushing him over.
Yeah, all they really needed for that fight was just that nano engage onto the Winston. Looks like Toledo want to take this high ground again. Hand to hands, trying to find these pickoffs on the side of NIU, dealing so much damage, but however, he is going to fall, eating the rock of Detox. And Street Rat going for that Ana. However, Hayes with the Valkyrie, ready to peel, ready to keep her team alive.
Yeah, it does seem like both teams are getting picks here. NIU does have the advantage.
Ooh. So close from Momo with that pin onto Plenty Waves. However, his team, Plenty Waves' team was ready to help him and delete that Reinhardt so he wouldn't die. See if Toledo can contest your Jai hyping on the soldier, running it in as fast as he can. However, his little legs won't be able to make it to point, and that's gonna be round 1.
If only he had bigger legs.
NIU.
If only.
Not fast enough, unfortunately. That's tough for Toledo going into this final map, looking to turn the series around.
Yeah, it seems NIU, all they gotta do, just touch that point, and they're gonna seal the whole game today.
Yeah, walking into the wall that is NIU. Now looking at 5 minutes or 4 minutes, excuse me, of attack here from NIU. And Toledo looking at 0% with 0 time on the clock, unfortunately. Only looking to draw this game to keep the series alive. And they feel pressured to play this Bastion comp. They have to bunker down and hopefully just dish out as much damage that's coming into them that NIU is doing. Jai Hypen, though, on the Sombra. This very interesting pick here with the bunker. You have your classic bunker comp that's probably gonna set up on this back high ground with Panda Hands on the Bastion. And Jai Hypen gonna hopefully find hacks onto the tanks of NIU.
There we go.
Soft angle. Toko Toro being boosted by Hayes' Mercy. They see the Bastion comp. Hack comes out onto Plenty Waves. So NIU's like, you know what? We don't have to push this yet. We can take our time. We can take our time. Plenty Waves instantly going under the Bastion, not giving him an angle to work with. Tanks drop though, and no one's there to heal up the tanks. Huge anti coming out from Jelly Ghost. So the tanks on Toledo are able to fall.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really smart from NIU there.
On the bunker now. However, the picks aren't coming out from the side of NIU anymore. Panda Hand staying alive from the hands of Zorg. Plenty Waves thinking he could delete a Bastion. He's farming his ult, but however, you're going to get deleted by a Bastion. Just a very smart play here from NIU. Just the follow-up wasn't there to finish off the tanks. They got both tanks antied. They found the Orisa, but they weren't able to find the Sigma. And the Bastion just kept alive for so long by Zorg. You gotta give it to him. Able to turn that fight around.
And I try to get sneaky here. Turn gets one.
When you're playing against this Bastion, you don't want to play in his line of sight. You don't want to get mowed down.
Oh, Plenty Waves. Oh, he's
The
angry.
Bastion anyway. Oh,
Smacks the Bastion!
Primal Rage comes out, and he's able to clean up Panda Hands before he's able to get his tank configuration on. And booping Momo on the ball off the point. That's going to be a last map taken by NIU.
Yeah.
NIU closing out the series 3-0.
And there he is, of course. You could have expected it. Plenty Waves just too dominant. This Winston.
Yeah, and this was this nano engage that we saw earlier, just sending himself, inserting himself into the middle of Toledo, splitting up the entire team. Not grouped to get value from that window that came out from the side of Toledo. And that's what you want to see with that dive composition on Numbani from NIU. Just fantastic work all around from NIU. I'm really happy we got to see all three main compositions from NIU tonight here. We got to see a little bit of the double shield, a little bit of the bread and butter brawl, a little bit of the dive, and just success from all three compositions. Just great versatility being shown here from NIU. It looks like we are going to have a post-game interview here to celebrate a second victory from NIU.
Oh boy.
Osti125 will be
Osti.
joining you.
Alright, I am
in the broadcasting.
Oh, I am excited. When he comes in, do I gotta look good? Make sure my hair's good? You know, Osti's coming, so this is a special occasion.
Yeah, the Hanzo May god himself, Osti. Just really showing us pristine DPS gameplay here today. I know usually when we talk about DPS players, we hype up Toko Toro so much. Toko Toro is always the one that's fragging. But I feel like we didn't talk about Osti enough today. Osti did a tremendous job today, especially getting a lot of value with the Hanzo into the gravitic fluxes of Detox tonight. Is Osti there in the broadcasting room with you now?
Yeah, so yeah, Osti just came in. He just sat down, and Osti, I'm gonna shake your hand. You can't see this right now. I'm gonna move to this so we're not looking at a empty lobby.
Hands
But
are being shook.
Osti, how do you feel about today's game?
I think everyone played incredibly well. We definitely worked more with the team comps that we were a little more practiced on. As you saw, we like to run that double shield, stay a little further back, and I think it worked especially well for us. I think we really played to our strengths today.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty clean game. Like all 3 rounds, you did something different. Tanks were tanking. You were DPSing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And I really like that. So how often do you practice that May Reaper comp? Because when I see that, that's like my favorite thing ever. I get butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely. When we see maps that we like to hold really close on, we really like to take the fight to the enemy. We usually run that. It's either May Reaper or May Cast. We usually like to get in there as much as we can. It's our main setup, I believe.
All right. Well, I mean, it was excellent game.
Awesome. Thank you.
You did very well. I'm very impressed.
I got a few questions for Osti. Is he on the
Sure,
is he on the mic? Can
Yep,
you hear
I can
me right
hear
now?
you.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Nick was talking about the May.
Mm-hmm.
Typed up the May, but I know NIU can play Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk more about the dive comp that we saw in Nabani and the double shield comp that we saw on Junkertown. I haven't really seen too much of those compositions from NIU recently. It's more so just trying to force Brawl when you can.
Yeah.
So how often have you guys been working on those comps?
A little more recently, we've been trying to roll with some double shield after we saw a pretty bad play on Blizzard World against a really strong double shield. We kind of felt like we needed to add that to our toolbox. And then with dive, I mean, we saw Numbani and just we were expecting some sort of cheese, and we certainly saw that with the Bastion. So our first thought was just to dive right under them and take the fight to them right away.
Of course, excellent plays being made all throughout the series. So with this double shield comp, however, I was really praising your Hanzo tonight with being able to sync up the dragon with Detox's gravitic fluxes.
Yes. Yep.
Is that something that you guys have been working on with this double shield comp? Is that like the alt rotation kind of strat that you guys have when you play double shield, or was that kind of thrown together last minute?
That was so thrown together last minute that we actually said, let's do Flux Dragon. And I said, where do I even shoot Dragon? I've never done this before. And we were able to try and get it twice. So that was very last minute decision. We were not planning that at all.
That's totally fine. That totally happens. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes I might look too in depth into the game, and sometimes it's more so of just like hey, let's just do this. Just trust.
Yeah.
Just team trusting. And that's the good thing about NIU's team synergy is that you can just pull those plays out of thin air and be able to execute them well. We saw just gravitic flux plus dragon combos all throughout Junkertown.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, and they seem to work every time you went for it. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just all around good play, good Hanzo play all throughout tonight.
Thank you.
All right. I mean, yeah, very very good games were had by all, and unless you have any closing words, Mr. Fergot. Thank you so much for coming back for a little interview.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
nice.
for having me.
I guess it's closing words. We got another game next Tuesday. Tonight was our last doubleheader for the week, so no more Thursday games, unfortunately. Only Tuesday games from here on out. I forget who NIU's playing. Bad caster in me. Forget who NIU's playing next week.
Yeah, well, the student of me left my backpack at my apartment, so I don't have my schedule with me. But next week, NIU is going to play an amazing game at 6 o'clock. You got to be there to see it. You got to be there to know what's going to happen. So be here next week, 6 o'clock.